This is Prince Dykes. This is the Royal Financial Investment Group. Welcome to our weekly recap from April 7th to April 11th. Let's get straight into it. Pretty much a weekly recap of, if you're not following us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Royal Financial Group. That's where we put all our, market news, market predictions, positions that we're going to make. And also, to recap, we put up two new videos this week entitled "What is the IRA?" and the other one was entitled, think about it, "What is the IRA and how to buy contracts?" So if you want a step-by-step how to buy contracts and sell contracts with inside of E-Trade, you can log on to our channel here and see that. And also we put up "What is the IRA?" Individual retirement account. Just go and log on and see that video. Also, pretty much we had no losers this week. All of our positions were profitable, and we put all our positions on our Facebook page. Also, we don't put our performances on there. For example, if we can just say, hey, we brought this, and hey, we sold this. That's it. Used to be, we used to put up, what the return was: 16%, 30%, 40%. Documentation, stuff like that. No, we're not allowed to do that because we're not registered financial advisors. So we will no longer be doing that. So we can just say, hey, this is what we're doing. We sold it. We're very passive. Hey, this is what we're doing. What are you doing? You can share your information, share your thoughts, and we'll definitely get back with you. You can tell me what you want me to talk about. I can do that as well. So for the week, pretty much the Dow Jones and the S&P. In the beginning of the week, they was about to touch their 52-week high, the all-time high, not a 52-week high, but the all-time high, and they didn't do it. They met some resistance, and they came back down due to J.P. Morgan, a couple bad earnings, and the biotech. The NASDAQ took a beating this week because of the technology stocks, started a mad sell-off. So that's something that we predicted that would happen. I think next week it may be a little bit more drop. What I'm seeing next week. Next week is they have Citibank, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, a couple big financial institutions that's going to be reporting their earnings next week, and they're expecting them to be down 1.2%. So now Wall Street expectation is low, but that doesn't mean, all it needs is Wall Street set the bar low. So any good news or they do anything to beat the expectations is going to send the market in a bullish state. Bullish means it's going up. Bearish means it's going down. So you hear me use those terms, bullish, bearish. That's what those mean. So the expectations are low next week for the financial institutions. So if they come out with any type of good news, it's great, and it's going to send the market and the stock itself up. So another thing with earnings, I don't play earnings. I don't make positions just for earnings. That's just me. Earnings to me are 50-50. They can go up or they can go down. You really can't tell. So I just stay away from them. I've been burned in the past by playing with earnings, so I don't play with them. I have won some, lost some, but it's really not worth the risk. I know way more things that give you better probability of being right instead of 50-50. So I don't do earnings. So couple of things coming up next week for them. Right now, as of Friday, I made two positions, calls on Amazon's and put on Visa. Amazon symbol is AMZN. Visa symbol is V. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be looking at WMT, which is Walmart. Again, that is WMT and JCP. I'm going to be looking at both of those. If both of those are bearish tomorrow, I will probably look at placing calls on them. So those two stocks I'll be looking at tomorrow. JCP, which is JC Penney, dropped 9% on Friday, and I think that it's just pretty much lost all the steam that it had from last quarter earnings. So that's my prediction on that. Another thing I'm going to get into was today I had a great weekend. I don't know how your weekend was, but not today, but this weekend I had a great weekend. I have a 3-year-old son, and we took him out to the beach this weekend. And what I learned about him is that he loves to he's a outside of the box type thinker. So if you go and you say, hey, his name is Wes. If I tell Wes, hey, stay inside of this box, he immediately wants to go outside of that box immediately. And I think that maybe he's attracted to something outside of that box. No, he just likes to go out of bounds. He loves to go the opposite. He loves to go test the limits, which taught me a lot. When we come, kids don't have fear. They don't have limits. It's that when they get older, they build fears and they build limits. So it makes me shape my way of thinking. You have all these rules that on Wall Street, do this, don't do that, all this other good stuff. But sometimes you have to step outside of the bounds. You have to step outside of the limits, go into the unknown, and to branch. Think outside the box and to branch out and do different things that haven't been done. So that was very inspirational for me this weekend. So I had a great weekend. Great weather down here in Florida, and really enjoyed it. So next week, I'm predicting another drop. How my strategy is set up is I'm very short. I'm extremely short. When I make a position, I'm looking at holding it for maybe from 1 day to maybe 3 days. So when I make those positions, so that's what I look for when I make. I don't really look for long term at this time. I have mutual funds. I think stocks are usually long term. I do have some marijuana stocks, but I really make my positions and options for pretty short term. I don't plan on holding them for more than about 3 days to 4 days, because there's so many opportunities in the market that it doesn't make sense to take dumb risk. Is essentially risk. When you invest, you're going to take risk, but it doesn't make sense to make just absorb dumb risk. Like, hey, I'm just going to jump on this for no reason or whatever. It's because there's so many options out there to get. There's so many stocks out there, so much money it's billions of dollars being passed through in Wall Street and every day. So there's really no rush to go out there and just take a dumb risk for no reason when you can just make a more calculated decision for the next day. And also another thing I do, I let the market play to my hands. I wait till it comes to me and then I make the position. I don't go out there and rush. If I don't see anything that I can find, then I'm just out for the day. If I see something that I like, then I'm going to get in. So follow us on Royal Financial's Facebook page. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the other good stuff to this channel. Thank you guys for the support. The website is coming, still being constructed. I'm just going to keep it going. So if you guys see a topic or something like that you want to see covered, hit us up on the Facebook page. You can hit us up on the YouTube channel. Just say, hey, I'd like to see this topic covered, and we'll definitely get into it. So I'm not going to get into the details of all the positions that I made last week. Like I said early in the video, you can go to the Facebook page and you can see the positions that I made last week. And I just tell you when I buy them. I tell you when I sell them. I don't give out expiration dates. And it's a harp on what I said last week. People say, hey, what's the expiration date? What is the strike price? If I'm going for something in May, I'm looking at something with high interest, high open interest, and high volume. And I'm going to go deep in the money for calls and deep out of the money for puts, because they have a high delta and they usually move fast, either in my direction or against me. And I don't plan on, like I just said earlier, I don't plan on holding it for long. So I do want to make the money fast. I would like it to go fast in my direction. So those are the things that I wanted to cover from last week. And as we head on into the next week, if the market is bullish by Tuesday, then I'll probably look at getting in on the market, placing calls on the Dow Jones. But we'll see how it goes. Just follow us on Facebook. Thank you guys for listening. You guys have a nice week. See you guys next week. Thanks for watching.